Hello everyone, this is Azure Knowledge as a Screencast. Welcome again. Today we will continue a topic about Azure Service Fabric. In previous episode I created new application and I connect service to the web API using the reliable services. Today we will try to persist some data using reliable collections. We'll try to store some data and retrieve it. And also we will check how Azure Service Fabric will handle the failure of one node. Okay, next feature which we would like to show to you is how we can store state in our stateful service. One of the way how we can manage that is to use the reliable collections. Reliable collections enables us to write highly available, scalable and low latency cloud application as though you were writing single computer application. When we use reliable collection, our state is partitioned for scalability, replicated for availability and transacted within a partition. So it doesn't matter which we get the data from node 1 or node 2, the data will be replicated. Okay, because we have a stateful service, let's create some basic operation there. First of all, let's move to our interface and let's add new tasks. First of all, we need to have task for the adding new product. And the second one will get data by ID. Okay, let's implement these two new methods. In the add, let's save the data. To do that, we need to create new state manager. And it will be the reliable dictionary. And let's call it, for example, projects. All operation on the state manager need to be done inside the transaction, so let's create a new transaction first. And let's add data first. Our key will be ID and value will be name. And let's commit our transaction. We need the word async here and everything should be okay. In the getting project name by ID, we will use the same state manager. And also we need to create transaction. And we will try to get data. When there's no data selected by this ID, let's throw new exception. And that's all. In our controller, let's create new methods to use these methods from service. The get method is done. Let's also create the put method. Okay, our work is done here, so let's start our application. Okay, our application is correctly responding. To add new project, I will use the Postman application to create the put request. I'll copy my address and use ID 1, and in the body I will send product name as a KaaS. We have a status 200, so data is stored. So let's test it in the web browser. As you can see, it's working correctly. Our project with ID 1 is sending our correct name. Right now let's test what will happen when one of our service node will fails. Will it serve our data or not? So let's move to our Service Fabric Explorer, and in the application section we can see that our project service is placed on 3 nodes: node 2, node 0 and node 4. Node 2 is primary one and 0 and 4 are the active secondary ones. So let's move to the node sections, and our node number 2 will be restarted. Node number 2 is restarted. We will see that it will switch our project service to the different node in a second. Yes, right now the node 0 is the primary one, and let's go back to our API, request again our project with ID 1, and as you can see, it serves the data correctly. So the data in the state manager was successfully replicated to all of the nodes. Okay, let's make another test. I will use simple site pinger, which I also used in one of the previous episodes, and let's ping our site constantly, and we will be able to see is there any reaction during restarting of node which is set to primary, or is it done smoothly. So let's start our pinger. We have status code 200s. So let's right now restart the node 0. Node restart started, and let's see what will happen. We have 200, so it was done correctly, but let's make one more test. I will restart the node number 1, which is right now the primary one. As you can see, we have some 503 error during this switching of primary nodes. It took just a few seconds to switch to other node, but it can cause some downtime. Of course, our application can right now be easily published to Azure. You can create whole application directly from Visual Studio. You don't need to log into portal azure.com and create application there. The whole work can be done inside Visual Studio. Thank you for watching and see you next time.